this is one occasion, one event where somebody would like to just sit and absorb. I'm blessed, but on the other hand, Dr. Singh has been talking about karma since yesterday and today, so I have to do my karma and I'll do my part of the karma. My brief introduction, which I still believe in, I have been a student of psychology and philosophy, and my nickname was Who Am I? So when Dr. Tomar talked about this event, it was falling in, rekindling my adolescent love of rediscovering who am I, and I'm blessed in abundance since morning to listen to everybody and rekindling that fire in me. So we have been discussing about since morning that there's enough which is happening in the world outside, and there's enough which is happening in the human consciousness inside. So this is something that we are grappling with, what will be the model for future sometime back, and along with the team. And this is something which came out as a brainstormed thing, that is, it will be integrated model of Big Bang in and Big Bang out. As Guruji was saying in the morning that ultimately we need to go beyond everything, beyond all the gunas. So that is what the experience that all of us are looking forward to. Who am I goes to Am Brahmasmi, but how do we go towards that in the current realities that we have to face, right? So Big Bang, all of us know that there was one omnipotent, omniscient God, and he got bored of his own omniscience and omnipresence, and then he wanted to play Leela. So Leela is all that Big Bang that we are experiencing, and perhaps he is experiencing through us. So out of that Leela is all that which is happening that we are seeing over here, the big data, the digitalization, the artificial intelligence, the machine learning, and so on. And our relationship with technology is enabling and also disabling, as Uma was pointing out. Is it connecting or is it disconnecting? That is where the Big Bang in that needs to come in, and that is where the forums like this, the institutions like United Consciousness, they contribute towards in bringing this part, the inner technology, the Big Bang in, that is about holistic wellness, resilience, mindfulness, meditation, and so on. We do in our own ways. So model for the leadership that is being proposed, it's the integrated holistic leadership model. Having discussed this model, I'll go to the inspirations. I'm inspired since morning over here, and there's some inspirations from the ancient wisdom that I'd like to share. If that results into a model, great. On the other hand, it's good to share the inspirations, which is kind of linked to what we have been discussing since morning. The other slides, please. So this is about the more we strengthen ourselves, inner strengths that Professor Nageshwar Rao talked about in the morning. The more we are able to nurture the inner strengths, the more we are able to leverage the outer possibilities towards a common good. So some inspirations in the pictorial form. Next slide, please. Yeah. This is inspired by Dr. Vikrant Tomar. So we have been listening to him with a lot of passion for many hours on this one shloka. Yat Yogeshwar Krishna, Yat Partho Dhanadra, Tatra Shivajo, Bhute Deva Netrimama. Yogeshwar Krishna, as you can see, that he is there's a multi-hood snake. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, there's a multi-hood snake, Kshir Sagar, and all kind of turmoil is there, all kind of VUCA is there. But he is sorted. He is sorted. And, and that is where everybody is available to him, including Lakshmi, including all the devatas, right? So that is what the inner presence, that is what the Yogeshwar that we need to be that sorted, so that everything which is possible, the Ashtalakshmi that is there in our, that is available to us. And that's possible for all the human beings if we try to become what we are possible of becoming, that is Yogeshwar. And Dhanudhara, Partho Dhanudhara, that is beyond being sorted, beyond being equanimous. It's also the Udhyam, right? The Karma Yoga, that is what the symbolism of Partho over here. So that sortedness, that equanimity, and the Nishkam Karm, that is what gets all the Ashtanidhi to us. Yeah. I'm quickly running through it. These are my inspirations, and this is inspired by Dr. Tomar actually. Next one, please. Oh, sorry, it's mine. Okay. So Karmani Adhikaraste, I don't need to talk more about it. Dr. Singh has been talking since yesterday about it. Today also we discussed about the destiny is a combination of our own karma and the divine will, right? So if we are doing our own Nishkam karma in conjunction with divine will, the possibility of an exponential effect is quite likely. But on the other hand, whatever we are doing, it's in the service of the divine will. Let's not target the phal. Let's keep doing what is in our hand. That is the Nishkam karma. Yeah, this is my favorite, and this is what Dr. Singh talked about, and this is about a self-management. Dhayato Vishan Punsa Sangasteshu Pajate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodho Vijayate Krodhad Bhavati Samoha Samohat Smriti Vibhrama Smriti Banshat Buddhi Nasho Buddhi Nashat Panashati. So that's the model of how to be watchful, how to be mindful. If we are only focusing on the sense objects, then there's a sang, there's a attachment which happens, and with that attachment, because if it doesn't get fulfilled, the anger is there. Krodhat bhavati samoha, then you don't understand what is right and wrong, and thereafter the process of falling down begins. So that's what Sai talked about. The entire way of how to do it, pratyahara, niyam, sanyam, so all that is towards this self-management, which is important for the divine will to operate through us. If we have to make ourselves the instrument of the divine will, then it's important to be mindful of the temptations around that even Buddha had to struggle towards the last leg of his enlightenment. This is what this conference is all about. Am Nija Paroveti Garna Laguchetsam Uddha Charita Namtu Vasudhav Kudamkam. These are my inspirations, and this is what the model, and this is what the implementation of the model in the G20, C20, Vasudhav Kutumbakam National HR Conference on Ancient Wisdom. It is with that thought that we are here, that the knowledge, there is no original knowledge. All of us only remind ourselves of what is already there in the universe, right? And that smriti, that memory that we discussed today, that is what is bringing into the consciousness through the united consciousness, and that is what we are experiencing over here today. The conscious leadership, we have all discussed. The magnum opuses of Ramayana and Mahabharata are complete with the examples of what is a good example of conscious leadership and what is not a good example of conscious leadership. Duryodhan on one hand, Ravana on one hand, and Ram and Yudhishthir and Arjun on the other hand. So that is the inspirations from the Indian mythology on conscious leadership and what is possible. What is possible if we are conscious in our leadership? It is the entire impact that we create, what we call about the triple bottom line. Raj bhi hai, environment bhi hai, dharm bhi hai. So that is the complete impact that we talk about nowadays, which is possible only with conscious leadership. This is another slide of mine which I really like. That is Ras Leela, right? That is, can the workplaces and can the society be a Ras Leela in terms of where you have the connectedness with everybody, where there is a love and compassion for everybody. I was discussing with Sai in the lunchtime that if there is a choice between being right and between being kind, what will be the first choice, right? With respect to when we are dealing with our stakeholders and the CEOs back in the corporate world. So kind is the first choice, because only when the heart is connected, any other progress is possible. Any other space for mind to operate is possible only when the hearts are connected. So it's important that you can see that Krishna is there with everybody. So if the leader is like somebody who is equal with everybody, equally connected, equally interested in the welfare, that's where a lovely world full of love and compassion gets possible. A divine dance gets possible. Yeah. Yoga Karmasu Kaushlam. So this is what Mr. H.N. Srinivas discussed in the morning. That is, it's ultimately about getting into his skills. It is, Shrikant talked about it, skills are nothing but display in action of the knowledge. So it is about being immersed in what we are doing, and that's why it is important to do what is our dharma. So that those are the other slides coming further down. So this slide is another favorite slide. That's I do as a prayer also. Ya Devi Sarvbhuteshu Matrupen Sanstha Namastasya 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 Namo Namah. Uma was talking about the representation of the femininity, right? It's in our all kind of workplaces, all kind of theaters which are there. So it's something which is within us, the Ardhanarishwar, all of us, right? So how can we invoke the divine feminine in us and take the active help from the divine feminine towards achieving all this, that is wealth, towards knowledge and the power, right? The power equations get done with the power is something that we all seek. Vinay ji talked about Ka Chup Sath Raha Balwana, and over here we can see that Jamvant is the coach for Hanumanji, and the significance over there is that Jamvant's color is black. So it is our own unconscious which is our coach. So everything, all our nidhis, all our powers are in that unconscious if we are only able to invoke that. So it's good to be aware of our purpose and live in that purpose and die in that purpose instead of following something which is not our purpose. It is something that whatever we are good at, let's do that and do that to the perfection. Last slide, that is, it's all good to philosophize, it's all good to have models, but on the other hand, it's equally important to have the execution. Udimen is Idanti Karyani na Manorathai, Nahi Supta Singas Pershanti Mukhya Mriga. So that's the model emerging perhaps, that is conceptualized and thereafter put that into execution towards realizing what our intent is. Thank you so much.